Hi guys, this is Alfie from Group Dragon and this is my group mate
Wani.
Hi, Afna.
Faralisa.
And we will reviewing an article about opening up about depression.
So guys, I'm Alfie from Group Dragon and I'm going to talk about the article that my group is reviewing, and it is about a journalist who is opening up about his depression. But in the beginning of this article that he stated that he was very busy with his work and he didn't think that he had this depression. But I guess because in the beginning that he stated that he going through a hard time. But I guess in the beginning he already acknowledged at least one of those symptoms regarding the depressions. But I guess he was trying to hide it. I guess he was trying to push away the reality that he was having a depression. But I guess I understand the decision to make, to be like that, to behave like that, because not everyone have would have easy access to this kind of situations, because we all have a difficult life. But because depression is a big matter, and he also stated that he tended to use his own stories to write about difficult to discuss medical conditions, as he was having this kind of issues, this kind of health issues, such as he was having a testicular cancer at the age of 26. I guess he took his depression slightly and didn't give extra attention to it, and this depression also affected him since he was 11, and at that time he really loved to write almost anything in his diary. And I guess in that diary contains a lot of his emotions, his feelings, his opinions about the depressions he had. And I guess by writing down in a diary about his emotions and conditions, it is a great way of expressing his depressions. And I can say that he is behaving like that because he tried to hide it, and he tried to not let people to know that he has this depression.
Right. The author has stated in the article that at least 6 million men have suffered from depression in the United States, which is large amount. Why does this happen such way? So first thing that comes into my mind is that most men are unlikely to express their feelings instead of the women. So what they do to overcome their emotion or their sadness, of course, most of them are taking drugs or alcohol to overcome their sadness, which is not very good healthy lifestyle. This unhealthy lifestyle will lead to bad mental health and also physical issue. So it is not very good for us. And also, as I said before, most of the women express their feeling, especially sadness. Why do I say like that? Because most of the women usually have a sensitive heart and we always cry a lot. So we express our sadness by crying instead of men.
It's all about the writer's friend. The writer's friend has committed suicide. He committed suicide by shot his head by a gun, using a gun. So my assumption for this situation is he committed suicide because he cannot stand in his own life. Actually, the writer Steven met his friend 3 days before he committed suicide, and in their meeting, his friend told Steven about he was planning about the future on buying a house and applying for a management course in a healthy club. So the reason why he committed suicide because he negatively think that he cannot success in the future, because he planned to buy a house and applying for a job for a management, and he did not believe in himself that he can successfully get both of it in the future. So my evidence, why my reason about this situation is that because the evidence is after 3 days he committed suicide by using a shotgun in his head. So this probably make his life more easier by shot himself a gun, not at the other body part like leg or the heart or else. So that's it.
The told that he was down by his partner because his partner found out that he took a Lexapro, which is a anti-depression. In my opinion, the partner dumped him because the partner may be not willing to support him after knowing that he is suffering from depression. Plus, depression maybe cause their relationship to have problem. The writer also told that he was rejected for health insurance, not because of his cancer, but because of his medication history. Why is that? Because I assume that maybe he fabricated his health document, which means he lies about his health history, and maybe he took overdose medicine without doctor's advice.
The conclusion from this article that we cannot assume that people that have a good lifestyle, well and happy life, they don't have a depression, because depression is a virus that can spread to all people that cannot handle it carefully.
Okay, so we must be aware to the people around us. For example, by asking how are you feeling.
And for those people that think that they have depression or symptoms of depression, don't hide your emotion by yourself, because it will lead to bad depression. That's all from us.
Simple question can change a person's life. With that, stay positive.
Don't worry